Okay, so for hip circuit, we're starting with the first exercise. So it's full squat to slightly, so go ahead and start slightly wider with your feet, Courtney. Full squat to bicep curl to shoulder press. So again, a full body exercise, go ahead. So she's doing a nice squat, bicep curl, shoulder press. Perfect, keeping her core really nicely tight, lower back slightly arched. Great, and she's using 12 pounds here just for your information to get some idea what kind of weight we're using. Good, give me one more. Great, last one, perfect. Beautiful, okay, so second exercise is what I call half burpee because she's actually just gonna do part of the burpee, right? The first half where she's going down to squat position, shooting her legs back, and this time she's going to bring her legs a little bit more open so that she can stabilize for the dumbbell row, and she's gonna do a one-arm dumbbell row. This is 10 pounds. I wouldn't recommend very heavy weight because there's so much stabilization required from the muscles that it's really hard to use heavy weight. So go ahead, Courtney, start. So she's gonna put her hands on the dumbbells and use them to sort of support herself, and then there you go. Come back with the feet together, perfect, and that's good. Come on up, and then legs back again, out, perfect, one side, and then the other side, perfect, come back one more time. Feet together, shift them back out, one, and then the other, great. Okay, perfect, beautiful core. Okay, so exercise number 3, open to close push-up. So she's basically going from a chest push-up to a tricep push-up with both feet apart, doing regular push-up first, and then walking her feet together, walking her hands together, and doing a tricep push-up. There you go. Just try not to drop your butt too low. Perfect. And then when you come up, this is a little harder. The tricep push-up is a little harder for women, so go ahead. There you go. Perfect. So one more. Good. And then get your feet together. Slowly, you just focus on the form, not necessarily full range on this one. Good, perfect, okay. So as you can see, the tricep push-up is really, really hard to do because obviously most women don't have the triceps as strong, and chest is generally a much stronger group of muscles. So just, even if you're not doing a full push-up, and I'm actually gonna demonstrate it here, if you don't have the strength to go all the way down to the floor, then at least go down here, but use the scapular stabilizers and keep the shoulder blades together, but don't sink in through your lower back, okay? Trying to go lower. So your butt should actually be a little bit higher. I'm sorry, I was demonstrating it with your hands apart, but doing it here, okay? And trying to keep the butt up as if you're doing a perfect plank, okay? Coming up and slowly up and down. Okay, so exercise number 4, 5-way lunge. I call it 5-way lunge because she's going to do a lunge at a different angle, 5 different ways in a way. So she's going to start with a front lunge, and she's using a core ball for extension through the upper body to use her arms, her shoulders, and she is doing 5 different lunges. So I'm going to go through it one by one. So you know this is 8-pound core ball, so she just did the front one. Now she's doing one at a 45-degree angle. Now side lunge, back to a 45-degree angle, and a back lunge. Good. And go ahead, Courtney, do it just one more time. So front, same leg, 5 times. To the 45 degrees front, to the side, 45 degrees back. Now watch her upper body. She's nice and straight, but she's not really arching her lower back. That was perfect. So just make sure your core is always working. It's always tight, always supported. You're always bracing so you don't overarch your lower back. It's very easy to do with lunges, especially front and back lunges, and especially if you're bringing something over your head. So just make sure you're using your abs to support yourself all the time. Okay, last exercise in the circuit. So this is a one-legged deadlift. She's going to lengthen through her upper body, pull the abs in, and then go down on one leg. Full range of motion, so she ends up pretty much parallel to the floor, and then she's doing a posterior deltoid fly. Coming back up. We're going to stay on the same leg. So just keep your elbows a little bit bent as you're doing that fly. Perfect. Beautiful. And again, a little bit of, give me one more. She's keeping the lower back slightly arched, perfect support, full range of motion of the glute. She's also using this glute to contract and lift the leg up as she's in that top position. So a little more stabilization. We're still going to do it fast, so it's going to be a little more challenging in the circuit itself. But again, combination of upper lower body. Okay, so we're here, circuit number 4. Courtney's going to start with the full squat to dumbbell bicep curl to shoulder press, and ready to go. Okay, full squat, perfect. Press 6 times. She's again using 12 counts here. Again, if you cannot do full squat, that's fine. Just do what you can as long as your form is correct. Your back is not rounding. You can keep your upper body upright. This is number 3 or 4. 4, good. Make sure you keep track. And 5, I'm sure she's keeping track. Good. And 1 more to go. Perfect. Good. And straight to a half burpee, followed by a 1 arm row on both sides. So she's going to shoot her legs out. Perfect. Hold it nice plank. Legs together. Legs back out. 1 arm row. 1 arm row. Legs back in. Back out. So again, her legs are working quite a lot. Her core is working quite a lot. This is number 4. Perfect. And 5. Good. Keep the tush down. Beautiful. And 1 more. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay. Take a second. Go ahead straight to a push-up. So she's going to do an open to closed push-up or chest to tricep push-up. Good. Then walk her feet and her hands together. Good. And out. Nice push-up. Okay. Just make sure you keep that tush up on the tricep push-up. There you go. Remember, she's filming the 4th video now, so she's pretty tired. So those triceps are probably starting to be a little fatigued. So normally she's able to go a little bit lower. Good. And last 2. Good. And in together. Perfect. Good. Try to keep your shoulder blades down. You want to make sure you're stable, especially on the tricep push-up. Perfect. And come on back up. And then we're going to horrible lunges, right? So overhead. 5-way lunge all around. Right leg up. Perfect. Using her core, using her muscles here to extend through the trunk and back 45 degrees. We're going to do 6 rounds of each leg. Okay, so it's actually quite a lot. This one really tends to drive your heart rate up, so I'm sure you're going to feel it. It almost feels like a little bit of cardio. Good. This is the end of number 2 round. 4 to go. Perfect. And at an angle. Beautiful. Watch your lower back. Nice. Back. And back, last 3 to go. Beautiful. And angle, side, last 2. Good. 1 more. Perfect. 1 more on this leg. I'm going to give her like 5 seconds in between because it's pretty intense and we've been filming here for a long time. So I'll give her like 5 seconds. So stop for 5 seconds and then I'm going to have you switch legs. So go ahead whenever you're ready. Start with the left leg and go. Left leg forward. She's still smiling. She's tough, you know? She's really tough. And left. Perfect. And go back. Beautiful. Just watch the form. Don't rush if you feel you're not very stable. That's great. Perfect. Out to the side. Back again. And 2 rounds. 4 more to go. And forward. She's gonna knock out my cameraman in a minute. 3. Last 3 to go. 1. And left, beautiful, side, hang in there. This is probably the longest circuit we're doing. Go back, 1 more round to go, right? 1 and 2. Side, that's 2 to go. Good, and back. Okay, perfect. All right, and the last one is 1-legged deadlift with a posterior deadlift plank. So she's on 1 leg, balancing, using her glutes on the left to stabilize and extend, and using, well, actually not extend, but to hold that position, and using the glutes on this side to lift the leg up. Go ahead, So 6 times on each side, perfect. 3 more to go. And down. Good, last 2. Beautiful. And she's always thinking about lengthening the spine, right? It's never collapsed position, it's always trying to really lengthen. Keep that core tight. 1 more on this side. Whoops. 1 more. Good. All right, and the other side, we're almost done. So last 6, and go. She's sweating, so you can tell that it's an intense circuit, so. And we're working without our conditioning here, by the way, so it's really hard. So 3, last 3 to go. And out, perfect. And again. And 1 more. Beautiful. Okay, so this was a 5.5-minute circuit, so definitely the longest. So this one is not for the faint of heart. For someone with a little bit more endurance. You can also make it a little bit shorter by, let's say if you take the last exercise we just did, instead of doing 6 on one leg, which you end up doing then 6 on the arms and then 6 again, so actually 12 on the arms, you would do 1 leg, arms, and then switch to the other leg, and you can shorten the circuit that way, rather than just doing one side versus the other, just alternate sides. Okay, we'll see you for circuit number 5 in a few.